Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by none other than Luca Pryor, of course. Now starting a new journey. We'll be starting one this fall. Of course, he's from Northville, in case you haven't noticed. But of course, he'll be getting to Calvin. How about that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate you for having me on, Casey.
So I know you've gotten this question a lot since you made the decision, but why to a brand new program? Because obviously there's a lot of things that come with that, and I know you're certainly aware of them. But it's again, you get to be part of something totally brand new, and that sells to a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I think that, the thing that stuck out to me right away was the coaches and how they felt like family. Reaching out and talking to Coach Dixon and Coach Fig, and then going on a visit to campus. I mean, I was just obsessed with it completely, right off the bat. Seeing the coaches, other students, faculty, the campus just kind of felt like home. And in terms of it being a new program, I think it's a great opportunity to go and be a leader right away. We got a bunch of guys that are coming in the same shoes. We're just going to try to compete, and we're going to try to, practice hard together for this first season. And then once we hit the field in 2024 to play some games, we're going to be ready to roll. And I think we're going to kind of defeat that stigma of being a new program. And I truly believe that this team's going to have the opportunity to find success on the field pretty early.
So just kind of explain, like you said 2024, right?
Yeah. So this season we'll all redshirt. So we'll practice, do some inter squad scrimmages, and then along with the 2024 recruiting class, and then probably some transfers, we'll hit the field in MIAA play fall 2024.
Yeah. So what so really I think that let me ask you this. What are you gonna really what's gonna be the biggest goal for you guys, even though you're not gonna be playing against anybody, but this is something that's completely new to you, but again, you're building something for the future.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a great opportunity to one, get adjusted to college, get adjusted to being a student in a new place, and then also just to build a team bond and to build some chemistry and to get really close with this group of guys. I've said it before. I think that leadership and team chemistry are key to winning football games, and if we can kind of nail that early and often, I think we're going to see a lot of success on the football field when it does come time to play games.
Yeah, and of course we've kind of seen that since you were at Northville. What really I've always wanted to ask you this, but like where did obviously leadership is not like, passed down. It's just kind of it's just there. Like, what are some of the ways that you've kind of stepped up and really saying, hey, I needed to step up this year, and you did.
Yeah, well, I think that as a quarterback, you're a natural leader, not only of the offense, but of the entire football team. Whether you like it or not, guys are going to look up to you as a quarterback, and guys are going to want to see leadership from you. So I think, just stepping up vocally, first leading by example, and then having the courage to step up vocally and not being afraid to get on guys when they're doing something wrong and something that's not, to the standard. I think it's important to have that open communication and earn the respect from your peers and your teammates. I think is just super important.
When you look back at all that you've accomplished at high school in Northville, and obviously there's still more to do. What are some of the biggest things that you're going to take away from when you were on the field, and also, when you're off the field in the classroom, because you're making impacts literally all around the district.
Yeah, I think it's just the relationships. Mr. Sasante from Legacy Football said something that really stuck with me, and he talks about using football to develop relationships and to further yourself. And I truly believe in that, and I believe that football has given me the opportunity to develop some great relationships with people around the district. I've made lifelong friends with teammates and coaches, and that's the kind of stuff that I'll remember. Not necessarily stuff that happened on the field, But it's everything else, all the memories of relationships and those good times off the field with those guys, and those lasting, friendships and impacts that I can make.
Okay. I don't know if I got a chance to ask you this, but what's been the best moment from your time playing at Northville?
It's gonna have to be beating Novi twice in the same season.
Yeah,
Taking the jug back after a tough game our junior year, and then drawing them in the playoffs, and just being super excited to go and do it all over again and prove that it wasn't a fluke, and that we're a really really good football team. But beating them that second time was pretty sweet in the playoffs.
for sure. That was yeah, if you have never been to a Novi Northville game, you need to go. I went to my first one this year and it was everything that's advertised. Speaking of, the future of obviously, I know you've got your future as well, but you've obviously had a big impact on what Northville football is going to look like in the next few years. Obviously, a new coach will be coming into the program. Obviously, someone that I know very well with Brent Luplo coming in from the assistant at Brighton, of course, now the head coach at Northville, starting next year. I know you were also on the hiring committee as well. What was that experience like to just be part of that?
Yeah, no, that was super cool to have an idea and an early taste of the interview process. I'd hope one day that I am able to coach, and to see kind of what those guys have to go through to prepare and the kind of questions that they see, was super important. It was a great experience. Thank you to Mr. Smolsky for that. That was absolutely amazing to be a part of.
Yeah. And I know you've had a lot of conversations with Coach Lupo as well. I know that what are some of the things that, even though you're not going to be playing for him, but obviously you still care about what the future of the program looks like, down the road.
Yeah, no, he's gonna do well. He's gonna win football games at Northville High School. I'm excited to see him coach. But there's going to be a great group of upperclassmen that he's going to be coaching this year, and those guys want to see him do well, as well. And they're going to win a lot of football games this year and beyond. But he's got a great group of upcoming juniors and seniors that are going to make things pretty easy on him this year.
Yeah, for sure. When you look at, you only got a few more months left of high school. Is it setting in that you're almost done?
Yeah, no, it's pretty surreal. I just realized I think it's like eight weeks we got left. So yeah, still a lot to do in 8 weeks, but it's taken down for sure.
Yeah, of course, you just went on your senior spring break trip. How was that? I'm sure that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, we had a bunch of kids from Northville that went down to Jamaica, and we had time of our lives. It was awesome to be with everybody down there. That was super fun.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. It's just like, you know, to have the year that you did, on the field and off the field. What is it just like? Do you just pinch yourself and go, "Wow, I can't believe I'm doing all this."
Yeah, like I said, I mean, on the field we had some amazing moments. We had one of our best seasons in a very very long time, at Northville, and I'll never forget some of the things that happened on the field. But like I said, the opportunity to develop some awesome relationships with people off the field, to work with our special education department, opportunities like that I'll cherish for a lifetime. And I could thank football for opening those doors for me and giving me those opportunities to develop these just amazing relationships with people.
I mean, it's the short term, but it prepares you for later on in life. So it'll be exciting to see what happens with you. So just going to Calvin, being away from home. Obviously, we know you're going to be, still around the program, but just what do you think college will be like?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm excited to go up there and just start to build great relationships with my teammates, and my coaches. We've been talking a little bit, on Snapchat and things like that, and then hopefully we can get together soon and get some workouts in. But just super excited to be able to hopefully lead and be a part of just a new group of awesome kids.
All right. Well, Luca, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us. And yeah, even though we're going to have you on again sometime, don't worry about that.
Thank you, Casey. I appreciate it.